Yeah, I know, it's like 6 hours late at this point, but that's not the point. Quick review, because I've got to go to work in a bit, so let's do it. Oh, my voice sounds terrible. Ugh. Not feeling well, you may have noticed. Okay, we're going to review. Was it Classics? I think it was Classics Darkmount. And this is a weird figure. It was a weird figure when it was released, it's a weird figure now. It is a little half track. Wheels at the front, tracks at the back, half track, yay! A long barrel, I feel rough, hang on. Excuse me, ugh. Oh. So, basically it's like a cheap tank, yeah? Wheels at the front, tracks at the back. Wheeled tank, cheap tank, yay! It's got a turret on top that does turn. Go on, keep turning. There we go. It's got one of the most annoying transformations ever, so we'll have fun with that. And it comes with 3 little accessories. 1, 2, 3. And they're all on. Ah, I feel I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me if I sneeze all through this review. See, this is why I don't record before work. I'm usually sneezy in the morning, then as soon as I walk to work, I'm fine. But whatever, it's fine. They're all on these little C-clips. So we'll just pop them off. There's a few different places dotted everywhere, really. Side, stuff like that. So we'll pop those off. Go over there. And it's fine. M17, is that a thing? It's written twice. It's fine. Does it roll? Not really. There's little rolly wheels here, and actual wheels here. But it's fine. Size comparison. Siege Impactor with the upgrade kit. So, similar-ish kind of size. Oh, excuse me. I'm really sorry. Ugh. Now, this has got a third mode. Which I'm going to try and remember, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't really done much with this figure. I just sort of dragged it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the cannon to face the other way round. And parts keep catching each other. You can adjust the turret a little bit. But the clearance in here, especially on these pieces, it will catch. And you need to separate this back piece, I believe. And try and rotate it out on hinges. There are hinges, and it should rotate out. There we go. And basically these pieces, the tracks, these outer pieces, are attached to the arms. And it's something like... This is me trying to remember off the top of my head. So if it's wrong, I apologise. You need to pop the arms from the inside there. And these should... Right. These side pieces are the worst pieces of the whole figure. They are on a ball joint in there. And a hinge in here. But they get in the way of everything and they quite like to pop off the ball joint. So bear with me. You need to wriggle them out so you can move them. I'm not sure if you still need to put the arms in there, but basically you rotate them down a bit, sort of like that. Get them out and rotate them down a bit. It's basically something really stupid, like he turns into like a little turret mode like that. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. I know you can do it, but this is what happens when I don't get to do the review when I'm supposed to. It's something silly like that. It's not exactly this, but it's basically this. Okay. So, we'll forget that and we'll move on to the transformation. When I get this piece... Where am I? How's this work again? Right. Get the arms out of the way. Get these shoulder pieces around as far as you can go. See, this is how silly it gets. Bear with me. Right. The wheels and stuff. The arm is on a ball joint there. It's also on a pin there. And it's also on that pin there. Ball joint, pin, pin. So what you need to do is get the wheel to rotate into this gap without hitting everything else. I think that's the main problem with this figure. Just clearance issues. Get the wheel into there. Awesome. And now the arm's stuck in this kibble. This side panel. This is why it ends up popping off all the time. And it's catching on everything today. What's going on? Can I rotate it around the arm? Can I get the arm through? Can I do it without popping this off? No, yes, no, maybe. You need to rotate these panels on the side to the front to the side, and if I can, I might be able to do it without getting the arm in the way. I do it without popping the arm off. Quick. Right to... no, there it goes. Plus, I'm pretty sure it still needs to be in the way, because I need to get this around in a minute. It's not the nicest figure to transform, honestly. Shove that through. There's the wheel in. No, it's not. Why isn't the wheel going in? There it is. Right, okay. Ooh, did that side. Ooh, look at me. Look how good I am. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the arms in the way. Might as well straighten them up. Open the hands. Ooh, pretty. And now we'll mess with this back piece, which is awful. This is the legs and the main weapon. See, all those theoretically you could lose and still have a functioning figure. Don't lose those. Yeah, money value. But this is the worst bit of the figure. What you gotta do is try and open up these panels. Open up these panels. Come on. This piece here, if you can get it out, Right, we're going to have to... Okay, here we go. These side pieces are tabbed onto this grey piece in the middle, so you need to pop them loose. Pop it loose. Okay. And now you can rotate them out. The big red hinge at the back there, can you see that? Rotate those out a little bit, and this will give you the ability to pull the tank barrel out. That peg there goes into that hole there. Okay. Now we need to just keep straightening these out, which will force these to pop open. So straighten it down. That. Push this piece out of the way. Come on. Straighten out. Rotate it down. Close these panels back up. Guess what, kids? These are the legs. Oh, right. We can bring it around. And before it can tab in anywhere, we need to open up this gold panel. Probably need to move this panel out as well. Flip through the head. Close this panel up so this little tab kind of goes into the hole at the front there. Just about that. Okay. Now, this red tab on this little panel that was just tucked under the front, I mean, it's like there for the vehicle mode. It's really obvious, but that little tab there goes into a slot in the front of this piece. So you need to rotate that around. Come on, there we go. Tab that in. Okay. At which point you can bring these panels, which should drag these, which will basically just be shoulder flaps. You can rotate this around. Come on. They just about tie into place. There's a slot in each side there. That goes onto a little nubbin sticking out there. Rotate these around. Tab in. There you go. Bring that out. And for argument's sake, you might as well just tap them together. It's as good as it gets. Oh, and apparently these 4 triangle 5 triangle things are symbols of this character. You know, kind of like these. Okay, now we can turn the waist around, flip out these front pieces to become the toes, flip out the front pieces to become the toes, and in here there's that little thing that you can flip out and it becomes a heel. Hooray! So we'll flip that out and it can become a heel. Hooray! And there we have Darkmount. Is it Straxus? Is the character really called? I don't remember. But here we have him in his robot mode. Do I need to bring the camera up a little bit? Maybe a smidgen. And it's a weird one. There's a lot going on. There's some serious tank pieces. Like you see these, you know it's like a thing off the tank. You see the treads here, you got a canopy there. You've got a third of the tank mode hanging off the back. You got all these things. And then you got all these really round and angular pieces that don't fit the tank aesthetic at all. Like this chest piece, now these are out of the way. Doesn't look like a doesn't look like a tank, you know. The head is dusty. I should have dusted that before this review. Whatever. Very weird looking figure. Very weird. Like, even the way it fits around the neck and stuff. Just like, where's his mouth? Is the mouth just that? Is the mouth just that tiny little piece in there? I mean, look at the way it pops around on the thing. It feels weird when it turns. You know what I mean? It feels weird. But it's not bad, you know. It's got ball joint, swivel, 90 degree or 88 degree, whatever, bend, ball joint ankle, forward and back. Yeah, ball joint, somewhat hindered because of the flaps on the shoulders, but you can fold those up. Not that it stops it going all the way around, but sure. Yeah, out, probably about that far. Hinge. Other hinge inwards, which has always perplexed me, but it's there. I assume it's for weapon holding purposes. But, yeah, it works, but it's a bit odd, is the basic point. It's weird. Like, if this isn't your aesthetic, if you can't get your head around it, then this isn't the figure for you, basically. So we should go to the accessories. So we've got this thing, which was dumped out of the tank mode. Well, I don't know if you can tell the glistening there, but I've had to put oil on this, because something that never worked on mine, until I had to research it for the review. These pieces are supposed to slide up and down. Mine were always stuck here, where they kind of tab into place. Now, can I get this to slide back? Come on. I can. Good. Whew, all that oil works. Okay. Slide those there, so that doesn't look quite like a tank barrel anymore. You get this piece with there, and it's on a little grip there, and you rotate it round, so that the handle goes in there. Well, the peg that plugged in for the tank mode goes inside. Straighten these pieces out. Turn around. And it's a pickaxe. Because we need a transformer pickaxe. That's a thing that needs to exist. Apparently the character had one in the comics. Straxus, or whatever his name really is. Apparently he had one in the comics. But still, it's a pickaxe. That's really weird. Sure, fine. So let's put it in his hand and close the fingers up around it. Oh yeah, and the wrists. Ball joint? Yeah, they are in a ball joint. That's cool. So he's got a big axe. Pickaxe. Okay, sure. Now what? Well, we've got all these. So we've got missiles, which are handy. Might as well make them somewhere where they're usable, we'll put them up here. So if anyone comes towards them, you can lob some missiles at them. Okay. And we got a machine gun. This is also quite handy, you know. If he's charging someone, he can be firing bullets at him to keep him distracted away from what he's doing. And he can attack them. So that's quite cool. We'll plug this up here. If I can get it to go on there. Yes, I can. Good. Unfortunately, I can't quite get it straight because of the way it's all designed, but sure, fine. It'll stay like that. As long as it'll fire forward, it'll work. Okay. And then we've got smoke launchers. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't go like there. And just stay out of the way. Yeah, it's a weird thing, honestly. Size comparison. Kingdom Warpath. So, the old Deluxe scale is an absolute brute compared to Warpath. Tank on tank, I'm not sure which one would win, if I'm honest with you. I imagine Warpath's a bit more of a solid brick, but he's got less armaments, his tank barrel's smaller, which would imply a smaller caliber. So, no, I think Darkmount, or Straxus, or whatever his name really is, I think he might have the edge on that one. Keys. Only joking. Yeah, weird figure. Honestly, genuinely very, very strange figure. I think it's one of those ones that, you know, like 10 years after Classics came out, you go on eBay and you find it for a tenner. And you're like, go on then, let's see what all this was about. It's one of those kind of figures. And if this has, you know, got your interest, you know, if I've managed to get your interest with this figure and you want to check it out, please do. I'm not saying it's definitely worth the money. I'm not saying you aren't going to regret it, because it's questionable. You know, it's you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. There's no other way around it. It's just how things work. The transformation is not fun. It's doable, but it ain't much fun. If you pop the panels off, it's not a hard thing to pop them back on. It's just weird. Ugh. Right, I'm going to have to call it a day there, because A, I've got to leave for work soon. I want to try and get this uploaded before I go. If I don't, it's going to be eating up my mobile data all day to upload it. Hooray! The sacrifices I make for you guys. Why am I moving him out of the way? So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye!